Good day everyone, I am Mayame Pimuli from BSED 2B. In this video, I'm going to share with you the subtopics of Chapter 3 Cognitive Learning Theories in Lesson 4 Problem Solving and Creativity, which are problem solving, types of problems, approaches to problem solving cycle. Are you ready? Okay, so let's start. A problem arises when there is a difference between where you are now and where you want to be. Let's say, for example, that you want to graduate, but in between your goal and where you are now, of course, there are many possible barriers for you to reach your goal. And that is what we call problem. Problem solving happens when an individual strives to eliminate the obstacle that hinders the attainment of the desired goal. So problem solving happens when a person or an individual tries to resolve all the barriers and hindrances so that they can achieve their goal. If no obstacle hinders progress toward the goal, attaining the goal is no problem. So if there is no problem that block or any hindrances that block to reach that goal, then more likely there is no problem. Problem solving refers to the cognitive process directed at achieving a goal for which the problem solver does not immediately know the solution method. These are the elements of problem scenario: current state, where you are now, block or obstacle, and your desired goal. Now, what is the relevance of problem solving and cognitive development theory? When we can still remember when we are solving a problem, what is working in us? Our cognitive, right? And more likely, we are using our analytical skills, critical skills, problem-solving skills, and more. That is why problem solving is connected to cognitive development theory. And with the 21st century classroom, it is important to develop our problem-solving skills into our learners, because before they are not exposed to real-life problems. That is why when they are in actual problem, they don't know what exactly to do because they are not equipped or trained for them to resolve that particular problem. So us, as a future teacher, it is necessary that we are able to equip to help our students develop their problem-solving skills so that they are not just learning the concept in the classroom, but rather we are already preparing them cognitively to the real-life situation that possibly happened to their life. Let's say, for example, in our part, our teachers are not only teaching us the concept, the ideas of all these subjects that we have, but rather they are aiming to prepare us, to equip us to real life situation. Now let's move on to the four major elements of problem solving. Number one, we have cognitive. Problem solving occurs within the problem solver's cognitive system and can only be inferred indirectly from the problem solver's behavior. One element of problem solving is our brain. Just like we said, we have to develop our analytical skills, problem-solving skills, which is more likely our mind, brain, or cognitive, because we might find it very difficult to solve a problem if our concept, ideas, knowledge is not enough to resolve the problem. Next, we have process. Problem solving involves mental computations in which an operation is applied to a mental presentation, sometimes resulting in creation of new mental representation. When we are trying to resolve problem, we should follow a process through. Sometimes it could be a plan or unplanned, but still you are doing or following process to resolve the problem. Next, we have directed. Problem solving is aimed at achieving a goal. So we are driven in achieving our goal. Problem solving is aimed at achieving a goal. Of course, there is no problem if we don't have a goal or there is no block in achieving our goal. Next, we have personal. Problem solving depends on the existing knowledge of the problem solver, so that what is a problem for one problem solver may not be a problem for someone who already knows a solution method. So personal, it could be you already experienced the problem, so if you encounter that problem again, it's not a problem for you anymore because you already know how to solve that problem. But it could be a problem to other people who did not yet encounter or experience that problem. So personal, your prior experience or your existing knowledge regarding the problem. Now we have types of problems: well-defined and ill-defined. So well-defined, one that provides all the information requires to solve it. The problem tells you everything you need to know to solve it, or it tells you whatever or not there is only one answer or solution, or there are many solutions. This is the type of problem wherein all the information that required to solve a problem is provided. You are well aware where the problem started, what are the factors that affect the problem, what are the possible solutions to the problem. For example, in solving math, it could be in just a look to the problem, you will already identify one solution, or it could be many solutions to resolve the problem. That is why we have called hypothesis, because it seems like you already have advanced thinking, or you already have knowledge to what possibly happened because you already have the prior knowledge, existing knowledge or concept, rules, and principles to resolve a problem. Ill-defined is one where the initial state of the problem is given, but the goal state looks like is not provided. The information needed to solve it is not expressed. These are the challenging problem wherein we're very clueless to the goal, to the processes in solving a problem. The solution to the problem is multifaceted, as there is an interplay of social, political, religious, and psychological issues to consider in arriving at the solution. There are many considerations because of a broad range of one problem that might be another problem arises, and another problem arises that we can arrive at many possible correct answer. That is why there is a possible of getting many correct responses. Approaches to problem solving. We have behaviorist approach and gestaltist approach. Behaviorist approach, reproducing a previous behavior to solve a problem. A person faced with a problem situation is likely to use the same solution previously used and was effective in the past. So behaviorist approach is the use of a previously known solution to the current problem. Gestaltist approach, productive process. As the individual ponders upon how to solve a problem, a flash of an idea comes to mind which eventually provides the best solution in the problem. Gestaltist approach, a flash of an idea, something like aha. Have you experienced that one when you faced with difficult problem? It could be financially, and you're thinking about possible solution and then there's a sudden solution that popped up in your mind, something like in cartoons movie, like the bulb. Ting! That is what we called gestaltist approach. Illustrate the eureka moment to a person realizes or resolves something. Eureka moment, aha moment, ting moment, or a sudden solution that pop up in your mind. Now, here we have the problem solving cycle. It's just a cycle because it depends. Say for example, initially you're able to resolve the problem, so you don't have to try it again. But if you find it's just like try and error. If the first strategy to problem solving did not work, so you have to try it again. You are to identify problems and opportunities, so you have to identify the problem and what are the possible opportunities to resolve the problem. Define the goals, what you should achieve. Explore possible strategies. You have to know strategies to solve problem. Anticipate outcomes and act. So, you don't just plan it or make strategies, but you should have to do it to resolve the problem. Then, evaluate or assess. Is my strategy effective? Is the problem solved? Then, if it resolved the problem, that's it. But if it's not, then you have to think and try again. That is the problem solving cycle.